Hello guys, and welcome back to episode 17 of Really Awesome Plays Civilization Beyond Earth, Rising Tide. When we left off there was Total War. Al-Falah, the Yellow, the African Union, and myself were in a war against the Cavitan Protectorate and the Franco-Iberians, which are up here to the northeast, or the north of the map I suppose. So the Franco-Iberians had taken our cities of Weissheit and Feldgeist, but we have a large force in place to recapture them. I'm also going to begin to move on the Franco-Iberians up here to the north. I do want to kill some of their units beforehand. One of the things as well in the background I want to start worrying about is the Mindsem. We do want to start building the Mindsem building quite shortly. And here in Farjan, it seems to be the fastest building we can build that in, or the Mind Flower I should say. So it'll be 38 turns. Now the issue with building the Mind Flower is that it'll take 38 turns to build, and then anywhere from 45 to 30 turns to actually get the victory condition. So yeah, certainly I will build that building here on this land tile beside to the east of Farjan. But just in case, I do want to come up here and get a little force, just in case we decide to go for a domination victory. Or a lot of the time when you build these endgame wonder buildings, like the Mind Flower for example, all the AI on the map will declare war on you because they know the end is coming. So that might be an idea, just to have an attack force up here should we need to move on Magan. Al-Falah, they have their capital of Ard up here, but we have our navy so close I could just sail them up here and take it. We should have the Cavitan Protectorate taken care of by then, hopefully, and also the Franco-Iberians. They're a bit of an issue. They have a lot of cities here, but I don't really foresee a problem with them once we kind of whittle down their naval force a bit. So yeah, I suppose let's jump straight into it. We have a quest decision, so we can get plus 10% food or plus 10% energy. I think I'll go for food for now, just to get the additional population growth, and we have a lot of veterancy. So yeah, things are pretty good here on my side of things this morning. I had my coffee, my half and half, with 1 spoon of sugar. I'm a creature of habit, I suppose. And we have some production to choose in. Quayan, our on health is still 33, so I think I will go for some health buildings for now. Down in Isle Muir, we shall also go for a health building. And over in Dumut, we shall go for a health building also. Wow, English is tough. Okay, so we shall continue moving on the Franco-Iberians. I think first and foremost, we shall take the city of Weissheit. So this should be easy for our Reaver here to cap. Yes, indeed it is. Just walk in and get there's a submarine base outside the city. So I shall finish that with our Poseidons, and I will annex that city because it is kind of our city. I know it's integers originally, but I do feel like we have laid claim to it for quite a while, so I consider it my own. So up here to the north, I think first and foremost we shall try and get rid of these units down here. And the second unit. And the third. Sub shall fire on this Franco-Iberian unit. Now, to begin to move to the north, turn some of this pressure back on the Franco-Iberians. I do want to kill this land unit. I know I've mentioned it several times, but when land units find themselves in their water transport state like that, they are very easy to kill. So I think with our force up here, I might actually pull them back just a bit, just to have them more centralized or localized, I suppose, to provide fire. So there we go. I'm quite happy with that setup for now. Over in Farjan, we were going to continue to move down. So the Cavitan Protectorate have 3 cities left. These 2 cities to the southwest of Astraya have very low city strength, or combat strength I should say, so they're essentially a free kill. We just need to get some units down there. I've noticed you can actually get to this city with naval vessels. This passageway won't actually allow us to pass through with a ship, so we will actually have to jump into Almur and purchase. I will use a Xeno cavalry for this, I think. Yes, indeed. And then we shall begin to move on the cities over here. So I think first and foremost, I think I can actually just straight take this city. So I think that is what I will certainly try and do. Let's move our units all around the city itself. I need to kill this alien unit. There's only one ranged unit here at the moment. I will heal this fellow, so hopefully he can draw some fire. This guy can not assault the city from his current location, which is a bit of a shame, because of this hill. Hopefully from here. Not quite, but maybe on the next turn. We may as well take down this satellite that we find ourselves near. And the rest of our units can continue to close the stranglehold around Astraya. Or Asraya. Again, guys, I'm sorry, I don't even know what language that is, but I'm certainly not a native speaker of it. So I should move this Reaver up into Watcher, and it'll heal a little faster in there. These units can all go on alert. Now up here, there's a unit here that I can get an easy kill on, if I can get within range. Maybe even our Ripper could take it down. So, in regards to what I mentioned about developing a force up here, I think I'm actually going to talk to Magan.
No village was ever ruined by trade.
Discuss a potential agreement. Now, one of these AI has the ability to, so cities form instantly when you place a colonist. Here we go. So there we go. So the flavor text is colonist units production costs increased by 150%, but cities found immediately. So there we go, we have that, and on the next turn I'll simply purchase a colonist in one of these cities and move them up to here, perhaps this tile right here, and set up a city. We also get the additional signs, not that we even need it. But yeah, so with that city, I think for Magan, we will build some of the Xenotitans. They are absolutely monstrous units, so it should be fun. So we have to choose production in Valkeist. It is under resistance for ages yet, which is a bit odd. It was our city originally. We kind of just liberated it. I think our force down here to the south can begin moving over towards Dangai and Zhongsang. I do want to keep in mind that the African Union, that is their main channel down from their cities, and they do have an awful lot of ships here as is, so if they were to decide to declare war on us, that could be a real issue over there. In Almur, I'll actually move this fellow also. I was going to leave him in place, but I think we can bring him with us. And our Shrikes can, if they can put some damage on some units, that'd be fantastic. Yes, indeed they can. The aircraft in this game can be a little finicky to control. Like, you have to select stuff to attack several times, which can be a little frustrating, I must admit. The rest of the game is so fluid. Hopefully we can just queue up this final fellow as well. So yeah, things are looking good. I didn't really have aspirations at the start of this playthrough to be so militaristic, but that's okay too, I guess. There's no harm in it. I think it's maybe the best defense and all that kind of stuff. Not to be too cliche. Sipping my coffee, and then these jets in Farjan, if they can attack down here, which they can, which is fantastic. Just to remove any potential recap of the city. It's kind of my plan with these strikes. So let's have a look at the notifications while we're waiting. We captured Valkeist. We can do some anti-orbital strikes. Some of our cities are starving. One of our new cities, Enviklong. Enviklong is under resistance, I think. Let's just double check. No, Enviklong is not under resistance, so we shall go in here and purchase a Vivarium, which we cannot at the moment. But we can purchase it with diplomatic capital, so I'll actually purchase a recycler. And I'll also purchase I think a farm lab as well. Why not? Just to get our own health ticking back up. So some of our units continue to need orders. These guys can just move into place around Estrella. This guy can heal. And our force over here can, I suppose it can spread out along the coast. Just in case there are any troublemakers show up. So I think that might be the end of the turn. Oh, our unit in Farjan. We have one more unit. Can you reach all the way here? I don't think so. You know what, for now you can skip. And these guys can heal. We'll need them for the assault on Estrella on the next turn. Let's having a look around and see if we have some Air Force units close by that we could just move into Mandira, but I don't think we can actually move air units into cities that are in resistance. And we have another unit in place for the assault on Estrella on the next turn. This cavalry can come down here, I think. Things are looking pretty good, I think. Yes, indeed. Next turn. A lot of heals going out around the place. Alpha Lab about to take their turn. And the Capitan Protectorate is the main one I'm interested in. Sweet, so that we can tune through the fire of the city from both units and manage to live, which is incredible. And we found a Capitan Protectorate submarine. A quick sip of my coffee while we're waiting. And now the Franco-Iberians are attacking Visite. Not too worried about that. The African Union now taking their turn. So first we'll do the quest decision. All units +5 healing or +1 science +2 energy from alien preserves. I think the healing is probably the better one for our military force. Some veterancy on our units. The Shrikes. And one of our Poseidons. And also on a final Poseidon. So I think we'll actually start here and remove this unit, which you cannot seem to do, which is odd. I think the game is glitching out for some reason. Oh, there we go. Maybe I queued too many orders. I think these guys can actually skip for now. I'll move our Poseidons ahead. And this Reaver as well, and the rest of these guys can skip for now. Now down here, first we will see if we can take this. Yes, we can take this in one turn. I think Javed, I will actually raise that city. We don't need a city there. I think I'll also do the same with this city. So just move that unit over. Now our Shrikes. First and foremost, we'll use our ranged units to do what they can against this city. But they cannot seem to do much, which is a real shame. Hopefully this fellow can hit the city. He cannot. So, with our Shrikes, we shall first attack this city. That should make it easy pickings for our land force. I've really been debating whether to, in a next Let's Play, just start a land military Let's Play. But I think this Let's Play was so heavily focused on military force that I think a Let's Play that maybe focuses on something completely different might be enjoyable. I was certainly debating the Capitan Protectorate. Their civilization bonus is that their cities each get one free wonder. So I was thinking about doing a Let's Play. We cannot attack from there with our Shrike. Can our Xeno Cavalry take this city? They can indeed. But yes, I was thinking about starting a Let's Play where I try to build every single wonder in the game. And we do have to annex that because it is a capital. Oh no, we don't. We could have raised it, but c'est la vie. So down here is the final city of the Capitan Protectorate. Now, where to move our military force next? I think certainly we can begin to move them over this direction, I think. Set them up. Should we have any issues in the later game with the Alpha around our mine stem buildings, just to get them in place. There's no harm at all in it, I think. Yes, indeed, we just move all of our units up this direction. This fellow can, just in case we do need some extra fire support down here to the south, he can move down. Our Poseidon can actually skip for now, and you can skip, and you can skip, and so can you. And our strikes can heal for now. In Gangren, we're going to purchase that settler we were talking about. Or colonist, I should say. And we begin to move them to the north. I think I'll bring these Poseidons and maybe this Reaver with them, just to keep them safe. And actually our alien sea dragon can be the initial unit that moves with our colonists, just so it's not easily captured. This guy can go back to fortify. In Tiangang, our true Xeno cavalry. Now these are all water cities, so it seems a bit redundant to move up there with land units. But they can maybe move over this direction. Although true Xeno cavalry, if I'm going to build a base up here, why not get them some land forces? I think that seems like a good idea. Now, our war with the Franco-Iberians. First and foremost, we shall use this Reaver to retake Weltgeist, hopefully. But I assume so. 29-30 combat strength versus a tier 3 unit, yep. No problem, and we shall annex that city. So we need to get the submarine in view, so we'll move beside it. And our Poseidons can come and finish. So yeah, I must say things are looking pretty good in Eintracht. You can fortify for now. Now, the move on the Franco-Iberians. I think we'll move somewhat like a spear here. There's no real military thought put into this, but just want to keep... I want to do as much damage as we can, taking as little damage as we can also. So this unit is going to spot us if we move in range, so I think I'll just move this guy around to the side, move one of our subs in to fill the hole that left, and this guy can also move up. Actually, I might move these guys up along the coast over here. Yes indeed, there's the city right there. And this guy can come to support those, and we have this capture unit with this force. So our strikes in Farjan, are they needed anywhere on the map? They might be helpful to rebase over here to Vacher, so we have an air force that can attack that area, which I think I will actually do. So it's quite out of range, so we'll need to rebase them into the city first. And this true Xeno cavalry, just in case there's any issues, he can come down here towards this city as well. And you can heal. Now these fellows can move up in this direction, as can you, and as can you. And this unit here, a Reaver, can also move up here. So these guys can skip for now. You can skip, skip, skip. Now I did want to move the rest of our strikes. So we're moving them from Farjan. So we shall rebase to Huan-Lei, and this fellow can also rebase to Huan-Lei. So I think in a lot of ways Civilization is it's weighted so heavily towards the middle game. Like, well, I suppose in a lot of senses it's weighted towards the early game. But yeah, I think the middle game is when you really have to make some of the, not tough decisions, but I guess some of the more meaningful decisions. Like when you get to the late game, if you haven't done what you need, or you haven't got what you need in terms of city infrastructure and the like, you'll be in trouble. But yes, so now is kind of the meat of the game, essentially. You're either going to win or lose based on what you're doing right now, I think, in Civilization. A lot of the time. I mean, of course, there can be an AI that throws a spanner in the works at some stage, but I do like having these strikes in Deep Castle just in case, so I will actually heal these units for now. This fellow can... you can move down a little bit more, or not. You just move over there. And up here we have a true Xenoswarm. I think I might move them up to Tiangang, just to keep that city safe. And that is the end of that turn. So, we're about to remove the Cavatan Protectorate from the game. I'm certainly going to push onto the Franco-Iberians. Oh my word, are they going to capture the Alpha capital? So like, I'm just thinking if they do manage to capture the Alpha capital, we can push up to Licour with our naval force, the Franco-Iberian capital, make peace with them, take this capital, and then it's just the African Union capital that we have left. So it's certainly better than waiting 100 turns for, well, maybe a bit less, but give or take 100 turns for the Mind Flower. But we'll see. So we have a quest decision. +1 health from Neurolabs, +10 production for military units. I think with our expansion, we're going to go for the health. Some veterancy on our units, so this unit in Weltgeist and this unit in Javed. I'm actually going to heal this unit, I think, although definitely not. We have enough forces moving down towards Harsha, so it's not too much of an issue. Dangai just finished a gene garden, so I think we'll get them to build a nanopasture. Well, let's double check. So nanopasture is, yes indeed, yeah, +10% in the city and retains 15% food, so that's pretty good. Over here in Javed, which we just captured, it's burning to the ground, so it doesn't really make a difference. Now, moving again on the Franco-Iberians. So we'll start with what we can. I'll move some of our units that are close a little further away, just to make space. We'll need a third sub here to finish this. So what's the best way of attacking these guys? I could take this city and then sweep to the left and right, which seems like I'm kind of doing anyway, or take these two cities. So yeah, I think that is a plan of attack we shall go for. Let's put some shots where we can, when we can. That guy can... I can stay here for now, it's probably okay. This guy can move all the way across, and our Reaver can just move behind our submarine line. Now over here, our units will be spotted if they move in, so I'll actually wait until the rest of these subs get up here. Which is just provides more fire, well, more firepower, but also less targets for them to shoot at. Well, what's the correct way of saying that? It's like they'll take less damage overall if there's more of them, if that makes sense. So in Weltgeist, this unit actually can also move up. A second capture unit might not be a bad idea. I move them up over here so they can take this city. Our sub force can, I think, we'll move these Poseidons up. They're probably strong enough on their own with a single melee unit to take a city. And these guys can continue moving up the coast. And a Poseidon, you can also come up here. I'm really enjoying these Poseidons. I love how it transitioned from the submarines in the early game to the Poseidons now in the later game. Oh my word, my computer is having a child, I think, at the moment. Hello guys, welcome back. Sorry about that. There was some kind of update going on in the background and it killed the frame rate. But anyway, welcome back. So we were just moving our units up. This unit is fully healed. I'm going to move it up towards the rest of our force. And our strikes can continue to move over to... I'm a bit apprehensive about putting them into Watch Air for now, so I think I'll just simply move them into Eintracht, just to be on the safe side if that city is taken. I'm not sure if these aircraft get killed, but I don't want to take that risk. Now our colonist unit is finished, so we can begin moving it to the north. This guy can skip. Our strikes here can heal, heal, and heal. And these units can begin to move around as well to over here, just in case Alpha do get any ideas. There's no harm in having a defensive force. True Xeno Cavalry, I might actually move them up to the north as well to defend our new city when it does get built. And this guy can... you can just come out here and kill this guy. Which is great, and I actually might move the Minotaur in just so there's a defensive unit in the city itself and it can fortify. Now these units down here, I do want to move again on this city. I think I'll move this guy over first. I don't think that is in range of the city, it does not appear to be. These guys can just go on air intercept for now. These guys can just move up just to clear the way. Just, I'm definitely not expecting any resistance up here, but just in case. You never know. Now, this fellow can move down here, might even capture the city on the next turn. And he can heal, and our worker can... Actually, our worker can come up here as well. I wouldn't mind being able to develop those tiles relatively quickly. Now, this unit, where to move it? I think here might be good in Sabda. And this unit can fortify, and fortify, and fortify. Now, this naval force can continue to move up towards Zhongsang and Dangai. I think mainly the thing I'm trying to focus on at the moment is preparation. Like, we are going to... Sooner or later there's going to be conflict, even though we're allies with a lot of people at the moment. Conflict will happen. So we can do some anti-orbital strikes, and we have an intruder in our territory which is dead. So next turn. And the Franco-Iberians continue to move on the Al-Falah, capital of Ard. Ard moving their air force out, which makes me think they might lose the city. We shall see. It's a bit of drama. Oh, they did. They lost it. Wow, that's nuts. So the Franco-Iberians shooting on Al-Falah outside of their cities near the capital of the Franco-Iberians. So, an our turn again. So, you veterancy on some of our units. We take the traditional upgrade that we usually do. In Gongren, it has finished the gene garden, so we shall get it to build. I think a nano pasture is probably a good idea. Down here in Dunkyle, I think I will. This is meant to be my like defensive city. So I think we'll continue building defensive buildings. Now up here, I think I'll start by moving our Poseidons up, and our third Poseidon. And this sub can move up as well. And our Reaver back here can move up to this force here as well on the right hand side of our current units. I'm going to heal these Shrikes for now. This guy can skip and you can heal. Now down here, can we take this city on the first or on this turn? We can indeed, yes. So this is the Capitan Protectorate removed from the game.
The body may fail, but our spirit never.
Get wrecked. So, yep, our Capitan Protectorate now out of the game. Alien Evolution, we're very close to being finished anyway, so I'm not going to worry about it. This might be nice. The Architect hasn't got very much range strength. It's only 32 range strength, which is pretty Mickey Mouse at this stage. So, Mechatronics might be good. I think we're so far into the Harmony affinity, there's really no point in worrying about it too much. Lev Plant might be nice. Gives us some Supremacy and Purity affinity. And we go for Communications. And, Field Theory might be nice, as it gives us some energy buildings. So I think if it's between Field Theory and Alien Hybridization, we'll go for Field Theory, and we'll just max it out with Diplomatic Capital. So, GG.
Machines can be journeymen to machine apprentices, as long as we are still the masters.
So, Mechatronics.
One of the finest shadings of communication is the difference between I didn't understand that and I understand that, but I don't care.
So, Communications. A lot of stuff from Communications, actually, it's quite nice. Oh wow, 2 defensive buildings from Communications, which is lovely.
This is demonstrated by taking any set of arbitrary dimensional fields and describing them axiomatically. The proof is trivial and left to the student.
So, Field Theory also finished.
Remember that humanity has already escaped from a disaster of its own making. Before us, no other life on Earth had the wisdom to understand what transpired, or the power to overcome.
And level 8 in crying over spilt milk achieved. So level 8 in purity. So the city we just captured, I'm going to raise that. We don't need the city down there. Now, back to our assault on this, the Franco-Iberian. So we can move this unit into capture on this turn. So I think that is exactly what we shall do. I think I'll move these guys over just to make space for the backline. I do want to kill this unit as well. Not sure if that'll be the kill, I doubt it, but let's go in and finish it. And yeah, we can just move freely into the city almost, which is great. And this should be the capture, I think. Yes, indeed. So, City 1. I think we're going to just raise these cities. I have enough cities already. I don't need to continually worry about getting more. These guys can stagger themselves around the coast. If Alpha want to take some of the brunt of that attack, they're more than welcome to. And this guy can, I guess he can move over here to support this assault on this city. That unit, wow, can move right up here without getting spotted. Fantastic. So some of our units continue to need orders, so we'll just begin to move this force up around the coast. Poseidon's last and but not least, and that is, I mean, it's only what, 8-9 units, but I wouldn't mess with it. So we're ready to assault that city on our next turn. These land units can now begin to fortify. This fella can heal. This fella can come up here as well, just in case. Our attack jets can, not sure what to do. I might rebase them to Gongren for now, just so they're in range for our new city, hopefully. I do want that city to become, like, powerful very quickly. So our colonist can auto move up to here, I think. So 9 turns we'll have this new city, nearly right on time for the Xenotitan unit. I'm just going to skip these guys until the settler gets up to them. I just need can actually move back to Almure and fortify. And next turn. Oh, we have to move some of our units. So this fellow can move to... I guess Tiangang or Koyan could probably use with a support unit. Let's double check where Enviklon could shoot on some aliens. Might be a good idea. And that is the end of that turn. Fantastic, so things really going our way now. I kind of hope Alpha don't manage to recapture their capital, or that the Franco-Iberians don't take the city, but 116 combat strength is no joke. So unless they have other units here, I don't think they will take it. Perfect. So the Alpha are taking a lot of the brunt of the fire from the Franco-Iberians, which is great. Things are looking pretty good. I don't understand the logic of the AI. Like, so the Alpha are losing their capital, but instead they're throwing their units at a city. Like, I don't really. What's the logic here? You know. So we have some veterancy. We'll just get that out of the way first, and a quest decision. So we can get plus 15 city strength from command centers, or plus 1 covert agents from command centers. I think I'm actually going to go for the city strength. I think ordinarily the additional covert agents would be a much stronger take in that choice. But I think with the kind of playstyle that we're developing here at the moment, it's probably no harm. So I think I'll actually get that unit to shoot over there, and this guy to... Actually, he might actually shoot over there as well if possible. He can indeed. And this guy can move around for the kill on this unit. Continue to put some shots into the Franco-Iberians. And these units can... looks like this side might need more help than the east might need more help than the west, I think. Now our Poseidons are getting into range, which is great. They can even take some shots. Fantastic. This fellow won't quite be able to, but that's okay. At the end of the... Oh no, he can. Fantastic. So yeah, our navy is nothing to mess with. So back over here in Gangren, I think these units can simply fortify for now. Our colonist and sea dragon can move up. It's a shame you can't put this guy on like defend this unit or whatever, but it's okay too. I'm sure we'll live. This unit, true Xeno cavalry, I think I'll also get them to move up here to the north. And then we have some production to choose. This city is burning to the ground, doesn't really matter. As is this city, doesn't really matter actually, but while we're here, I just want to move this unit out, just in case. This might be a risky move to move over here, but you know what, I think I'll do it. I didn't even see that city. That's okay, so that unit is going to take quite a bit of fire, but it's okay, he can just dip into the city, like he can just cap this, and then this unit can move up to cap this, and then wow, we're really going to decimate once we close this stranglehold. I think we're going to do an awful lot of damage to the Franco-Iberian. The Franco-Iberians, I should say. Do I take the shot here? Perhaps it's the better option, I think. And this fellow also. And this fellow coming for the kill. More worried about the military units all around than the actual cities at the moment. City can only fire once, so but if they have 10 military units, it's better to take them out, I think, in my humble opinion, anyway, at least. These guys can all skip. This guy can move back to Deep Castle. So our worker, which is, I can't see it, but we'll come to it eventually, I'm sure. Gives the game a chance to load for some reason. So just continue to move this second smaller force up towards the African Union, just in case. So I think in reality, like, the African Union are probably now our biggest rival. Like, the Franco-Iberians are on the back foot, Al-Falah are kind of cannibalizing themselves. So yeah, the African Union are relatively untouched up here in the north, and they've also captured some of the Franco-Iberian cities. So these guys over here can... Doesn't seem like there's much getting out of that net we have around our cities up there, so I'm going to move these planes just a little bit closer. And there we go. And this unit cannot quite capture on this turn, so we'll leave it where it is for now. Down here, this worker, you know what, you can come up here to the new frontier, or whatever you want to call it, up to the north that we're developing. And that is the end of this turn. So this, cavalry can, I guess you can move around here towards Kanzorik, as can you. This fellow can fortify. These units can just move a little and fortify. So our unit's finally getting into place. I've completely forgot about this Hydra. You can just move into Huon Lay. So that is actually the end of the turn. And guys, I'm actually going to call that the end of this episode. Thank you so much for joining me. I think things are finally we're really getting close to the end game now, I think. We have our victory condition of the Mind Flower beginning to work, but it's looking more and more like a domination victory might be on the cards. Who knows? A bit of suspense. So yeah, the Franco-Iberians are on the back foot, Alpha are kind of on the back foot, so the African Union, which we are moving up a new city to develop some of these units. I'm going to build some Xenotitans in this new city up by the African Union, which should just then stroll into the African Union's capital if needed. But yeah, I'll leave you guys enjoy this last bit of combat here in this episode before we cut the video. So the Franco-Iberians, well, they do have a lot of units here. Not as many as... oh, so I don't think. But yes, indeed, guys. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time.